Kazakhstan is heading to the polls this Sunday to vote on a new constitution in a referendum that could reshape the political system of Central Asia's largest economy. President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev has described the vote as a historic moment, saying the reforms would move the country away from a super-presidential system and introduce greater separation of powers. The proposal includes merging Parliament's two chambers into a single body and restoring the post of Vice President, a role that was abolished in 1996. Under the plan, the Vice President would be appointed by the President. Supporters say the reforms modernise Kazakhstan's political structure, but critics argue the changes could actually expand presidential authority rather than limit it. Political analyst Dosim Satpayev says the draft constitution risks strengthening the presidency without creating strong checks and balances. He warns that political and economic pressures are already building in the country, particularly as rising prices and new tax measures weigh on businesses and consumers.
The economic processes we are now witnessing, the adoption of the tax code and the increased pressure on small and medium-sized businesses has led to the situation where the main opposition to the authorities today is not activists or civil society, but the refrigerator. It is hard to convince people that everything is fine when they have less and less money in their pockets.
Kazakhstan's economy has been facing growing strain despite continued growth. Inflation reached 11.7% in February, while interest rates have climbed to a record 18%. At markets in the commercial capital Almaty, traders say they are struggling to keep prices stable as costs rise, and business owners are also feeling the pressure. At a poultry farm near Almaty, entrepreneur Marat Kistabayev says his company is investing to expand egg production in order to repay loans and remain profitable.
In order to make at least some profit and repay our creditors, we need to increase volumes. The egg output has to grow. To do that, we need to expand the product line and increase the number of laying hens. We are working on this now. We are currently investing in repairs and the restoration of adjacent premises.
The referendum comes at a sensitive moment for Kazakhstan, whose economy remains closely tied to Russia and has been affected by the fallout from the war in Ukraine. While official polls suggest strong support for the constitutional changes, some observers say the vote could also open the door for Tokayev to extend his time in power beyond his current term limit of 2029. For many voters, however, the main concern is the cost of living and whether economic reforms will improve daily life.